Good morning to the courthouse. I have been speaking with Doreen DaCosta and her lawyers the entire morning in regards to the situation that she has brought onto me as Cherie Stewart to say that she's the one that provided my food in my kitchen for the entire time that I have so-called been pretending to be Beyonce, which adheres to folks coming into my home and telling me you can't have the coffee creamer upstairs. You can't eat the can of sardines upstairs because Doreen DaCosta's money provided that from the food bank from Praise Cathedral Worship Center. You can't eat the bread upstairs because Doreen DaCosta's money provided that from the food bank at Praise Cathedral Worship Center upstairs. You can't have any of the food upstairs because Doreen DaCosta's money provided that from Praise Cathedral upstairs. No, it did not. All of my food source in this house as Cherie Stewart comes from Michael Strahan, comes from DJ Envy at Power 105.5, The Breakfast Club. My food source comes from Charlemagne the God, Power 105.5, The Breakfast Club. My food source comes from Dwayne Johnson. My food source comes from Vince Vaughn. My food source comes from Vince Camuto. And all of those people that I have mentioned have played the role of Garfield Wilson at Praise Cathedral, and there is no way, shape, or form that Doreen DaCosta has had physical sex with Vince Vaughn, Vince Camuto, Charlemagne the God, or Dwayne Johnson, or Shiraz Sadiq. Doreen DaCosta has definitely not had sex with Shiraz Sadiq in order to claim that, or for me to accept that she's had a son with Garfield Wilson. She's definitely not had sex with Shiraz Sadiq. Definitely not. Absolutely not. Let me say those names again. Vince Camuto, Vince Vaughn, Dwayne Johnson, Shiraz Sadiq, Charlemagne the God. But for the last 5 years, the entire globe has been saying Doreen DaCosta overrules you because she provides the food bank money at Praise Cathedral Worship Center, and that's where you get your food from. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Power 105.5. Power 105.5, sourced by Spotify, is where I get my food source from, not Praise Cathedral Worship Center. Power 105.5, sourced by Spotify, which also sources YouTube in where I post, is where I get my food from, not Doreen DaCosta. Not Praise Cathedral Worship Center, not Evangel Temple, not Kingdom Covenant Center, and not Grace Cathedral either. I do not get my food source from there. In the home today, I have, new to me, playing the role of Alrick Stewart, Watson Sanchez. Watson Sanchez is the voice of DJ Nicholas on all the DJ Nicholas songs. Watson Sanchez is he's no longer a new birthed Christian, but he is still studying the faith of Christianity. Watson Sanchez was brought into the faith by Garfield Wilson, the real Garfield Wilson, in whom, because of Doreen da Costa, is now under very heavy guarded protection. Watson Sanchez is the voice of DJ Nicholas. Doreen da Costa assumably lied and told quite a few Mecca worshippers that she doesn't know who DJ Nicholas is, but in 2012 I went to a free-for-all concert in where there was a lot of DJ Nicholas music being played by Watson Sanchez's own sibling, as a matter of fact. And quite a few people were there. Matthew McConaughey, who knew I was going to be there, showed up. And he saw Doreen da Costa at that DJ Nicholas concert. Actually, it's a Jason Mighty CD release concert, but DJ Nicholas was there. Doreen da Costa keeps telling people that she has no idea who DJ Nicholas is, but her sister Sharon da Costa, and I didn't even catch this myself, but check the last name. Lennox da Costa Walker to Sharon da Costa to Doreen da Costa. None of it says Wilson. None of it says Sharon Wilson. None of it says Doreen Wilson. But it says Sharon da Costa to Doreen da Costa to Lennox da Costa Walker. Check that name. He is in the home today playing the role of my father, and I've never met him in person. I've never ever met him in person. And his name is Watson Sanchez. This is Watson Sanchez. That's Watson Sanchez. This is his brother, Andre Sanchez, who played the role of DJ Nicholas in 2012. And Doreen says she was never at that concert. Let's go take a look back at the 2012 concert. Give me one moment, please and thank you. This is the concert right there that Doreen da Costa was not at. I was there. Bye-bye. See you later. Okay? So that's the concert that Doreen da Costa was not at, and she said that she did not see me. She said she didn't see me there at this 2012 concert, which brought on the lie through Mecca worshippers from Iran, Egypt, and other sources that she provides my food in this house, and where for the last 5 years, because she hasn't shown up in court yet, and because Mecca worshippers from Egypt, Iran, and India say they know time frame and they know time date and they know this and they know that, you can't mention anything about what we say to you until this time shows up. Otherwise, we're going to continue to throw rats at you to say that you get everything from Doreen DaCosta. You get everything from Doreen DaCosta. As a matter of fact, let's call in Peter Moncrief as well in the matter. Could we call in Peter Moncrief in the matter of Doreen DaCosta not being there in that 2012 concert where she called Peter Moncrief that night in order to pick her up because, well, she stayed too late and she didn't catch the bus because she stayed too late? We're going to call in Peter Moncrief in the matter of where Doreen said she stayed too late and she got a ride and picked up from Peter Moncrief to be dropped off. And apparently that's when she met Garfield Wilson in person. I don't even know how that story began. But I took the bus home because I knew it was done. The show was done. The show was done because they were pushing, and they pushed for the bus to wait for me, knowing who I was when I was there that day and attacked by Doreen DaCosta's mother for being there. I was attacked by what's known as the spirit of benevolence. The spirit of benevolence that says you can't be there unless you give free tickets to everyone else, to every other concert that is in town. The spirit of benevolence says apparently you can't do anything unless you give free tickets to anyone. Well, see, the problem with the spirit of benevolence is when it comes to Doreen's mother and that attack that happened that night before the show began. I can't eat my food, so I can't give out free tickets when the spirit of benevolence says you can't do anything unless we get free tickets. If the spirit of benevolence says you can't do anything unless we get free tickets, I can't give you free tickets unless I can eat my food in this house upstairs, without being bothered as to why I eat my food in this house upstairs. Because I eat. Which means that because I eat, and I eat my food upstairs, and I eat my food downstairs, it means I've gotten nothing from Doreen DaCosta's hand in the form of giving out free this or free that to nobody. Because she has never been Mrs. Garfield Wilson. Ever. She's been Doreen DaCosta. She has been Mrs. Lennox DaCosta Walker, not Mrs. Garfield Wilson. I'm just saying.